Welcome back to the channel, everybody, on this Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day. Today's video, we're going to talk about how to pack a rucksack, at least how I pack a rucksack. So hang right in there. Be right back with you. So welcome back again. Today, we're going to talk about how I personally pack a rucksack. What has led me up to making this video? Well, I've had people ask me about it. They keep sending me messages. How do you pack your rucksack? Well, I don't always pack my rucksack the same, but it depends on the rucksack. But in general, it's the same, the concept behind it. I have experience, 10 years in the military, humping around a rucksack, living out of a rucksack, and this is no different, okay? The only difference is in here I'm not carrying just beans and bullets, I'm carrying just the beans, okay? And comfort stuff, because I like to be comfortable. Anyway, so today we're going to talk about how to pack a rucksack, or how I pack a rucksack, and this is an Alice 62 liter, the large Alice rucksack, and there's going to be no big difference between that and a standard top loader rucksack or whatever kind of loader rucksack you have. And the reason that being is because I put a priority onto what's important that I need to be able to get out of it, and that goes to the top, okay? Yesterday I was watching a video by a very well-known American bushcrafter type who has lots of videos. He has his own bags, just kind of like that, and he did something that for me is a big no-go when it comes to packing a rucksack, and that is he puts an essential item that normally would be on the very top, he put it on the very bottom. And I just don't understand that and can't see that. So this is just how I do it. So follow along with me and how I pack my rucksack. So what I have here is a large Alice rucksack, as you see right here. And how do I pack it? Well, the first thing I do is I put in my sleeping item. Now, this is summertime. It may vary from winter to summer. That's why I don't carry an overload of stuff that I may, a lot of people, they will buy a rucksack, and their rucksack will hold exactly what they carry, okay? And they may have several rucksacks to do that. I don't do that. I have a rucksack here that in the wintertime, it's full with a little bit of space. In the summertime, it's 3/4 full with a little bit of space. And that way I can always add to it. One thing I do not change, though, from my rucksack, and that is the 10 essentials. And if you have any questions on what my 10 essentials are, what the 10 essentials are that I believe, go to my other videos and you'll see videos on 10 essentials. I talk about it all the time. I preach the 10 essentials, so it's just what I do. So first thing I do is I take, and this happens to be my ECWC Summer, the green large sleeping bag. I have it in a waterproof bag here, and I stick it in the bottom, okay? The reason why I stick it in the bottom because it's going to be the last thing I need at the end of the day is my sleeping bag. I won't need anything else. Now, what I put in after that, clothing items. Now, this may vary on what I'm going to do, what kind of trip I'm going to do, but even for overnight, I will carry extra socks with me, an extra pair of underwear, a t-shirt, and some snivel gear. Snivel gear may vary depending on the time of year. In the wintertime, it's going to be much more bulkier. It's going to be a much more winter, it's going to be long johns or winter long underwear, or exterior like the PCU7. That jacket, I have one of those. The pants, I have the PCU7 pants, and that'll go in here with some extra thick socks and maybe some warmer gloves and my watch cap. So there we go. That goes in there. I'll have less room in there in the wintertime because of the sleeping bag situation. Now, I went camping last weekend. I carried the sleeping bag right here. It served me just fine, so I'm pretty happy with that. Next thing I'm going to throw in here is I'm going to put my food, okay? This bag right here is not what I would normally carry. I'd carry a lot more than this right here for 3 or 4 days. This is an overnight, okay? So I have the basic stuff that I always carry with me for an overnight. It's in there. I carry some hot chocolate and this kind of stuff, salt, pepper. I have spoons, some fire starter in there, anything like that. Because on this camp out, what I normally like doing, I have 2 types of camping out. I like to go on camp outs that are lightweight and ultra lightweight camp out. I may even carry a different backpack, but the way I pack is the same. But for an ultralight camp out, I'll carry maybe a stove, especially if it's here in Switzerland. We have periods in the summertime where you're not allowed to carry you're not allowed to build fires. So when you have fire warnings, we're not going to build a fire. We're going to use a stove, and then but for the rest of the time I'm going to build a fire. Okay, so then after that I'm going to put in this is my air mattress right here. I'm going to put it in, but I'm going to put it in to the back, stand it up so it is sitting more closer to my back. Why is that? Because I don't want anything to possibly puncture that or damage it. So that's where it'll go. After that, I'm going to add other items. Like, for example, this is my grill, and I have a wood board in here and a little spatula in here. That's going to go on the inside pocket, or what we call the radio pocket on the Alice. I'm going to slide that in up against where the frame of my back. Okay, that sits in there just perfect like that. And then I have a frying pan that's in here. It's a skillet, and it's inside this little bag right here. It's a folding one, and it's going to go inside here up against the back also. All right, and then from there I can add other things within that section there also that I want to keep protected. And one of those items is going to be my candle. This is a 100-hour candle, something like that. I can't remember the name of it exactly. It's in here. OCU or UCO, I can't remember. Anyway, but it's in here. I'm going to stick it also in here, and it's going to go between the inner part of the bag and the skillet so that it's protected. After that, I'm going to take my knife. If I'm not wearing on my belt, I'm going to stick it inside here also. And this is just sort of like a place to sort of organize things I can get to very quickly if I need it, and it's there. Now, you see, notice now the pack pretty much stands up on its own, which is what I wanted to do. Now, I'm going to go to the outside very quickly, and this right here is my my top or my basha, and this thing right here is going to go into the center compartment right here. It's a pretty bulky, it's a larger, pretty bulky piece of kit, so I put it on the center compartment. What I like about the Alice pack is that you have these outer pockets which you can access very quickly, very easily for items. And I'll go ahead. I'm not going to be adding anything else to that pocket, so I can button it up real quick also. On the opposite side right here, I have my water bottle. It's a 1 liter water bottle from Nalgene. You can use whatever you want to. And I have a cup. It's going to go on the other side right here in the pocket right here. I'm going to slide it right inside that right there. And there's space in there if I want to stick something else in there if I need to. And that item I'll stick in there, or I have 2 of these collapsible 1 liter water bottles right here. I'm going to slide those inside of there, and that's going to fill up that pocket pretty well. So now I can close that pocket up. I won't need to be going back in there anymore. Now, when I start off camping, when I start off on a hike, depends on if I have to carry a lot of water on me. I may take those blivets right there and stick them on the inside of my rucksack on the top if they're full of water. That way I get that weight close to me if I have to do that. But if not, if I go to a place where I know there's going to be water, I have my water filter with me, a pump. Pumps 3 liters per minute MSR. I can't remember the name of this thing right here. It's not a pocket rocket, but I can't even remember the name of it. But this right here is going to go on the, I'm going to take it and put it on the opposite side. I have another pocket over here. I'm going to slide it inside that so that I have some room for any other items that I want to carry with me that I can carry on the outside of my pack. Actually, I'm going to leave that open. We're going to see what I'm going to add to it. In the middle, I have some pockets right here of the pack, and I'm going to take my tent stakes, and I usually carry too many of them. I don't know, but they're aluminum. They're not heavy, and I'm going to stick those in here. And it seems like there's so many different uses you can have for them. Depends on how I'm going to set up my basha. Depends on the weather. Depends on what kind of if I have trees around me, this kind of stuff. So I may need more. If there's a lot of wind, I may stick a couple extra in the ground to help support the basha in some higher winds and keep it more stable. After that, I've got my gloves. The gloves I want to have access to, but one thing I don't do is stick my gloves on the outside of my pack, and the reason why I don't do that is because I don't want to lose them, I don't want to damage them, and I don't want them to get necessarily wet if it's raining. So what I'll do is I'll stick them in this pocket right here. I'll just fold them up, stick them in the pocket right here. They add some padding within that pocket, and there's more gear in there if I need it. After that, I have a couple items I want to stick in there, and one is my battery charger, my Power Monkey. And this right here has a rechargeable brick in it that will recharge my telephone on this kind of stuff up to 6 times. And it has a solar panel in there. I can stick it on the top of my rucksack while I'm hiking with the cable going inside, and I can recharge this thing. So I'm going to stick it up against my back also. So it's going to be in the middle. I find a space, pop it in there, okay? Now, if I'm going to be loading a regular, traditional, slender, top-loading backpack or whatever, all this stuff's going to be stacked up on top of each other with the sleeping bag on the bottom and working your way up, okay? And the reason that is because you need to have access to what's important to get to the quickest, okay? So a few things I also have in here is I have my general purpose, my GP pouch. I have a flashlight in here. I have extra batteries. I have some paracord. I have some a sewing kit in here. I have a whistle in here, a few other things in here. And this is a little small bag that I carry. I made myself. If you're interested in these kind of bags, you can find them on my website. I take it and I'll put it in a place where I can get to it. Now on the outside, I also have another pocket here, and it has some ceilings in there or light sticks, and I have my Leatherman in there, and I have my other headlamp in there. And the reason why I carry 2 headlamps because, you know, 1 is none, there's 2 is 1. So, and there's always someone who forgets something, so I tend to carry one with me. I'll take this right here. I'll stick it in this pocket right here, and there you go. Okay. Outside of that, then I have a bag right here I carry. Now this made the pin, so here's the one I like the most. It's a Schniegel gear from out of Sweden. This is basically a shoulder bag and set up basically made it for you can put magazines and this kind of stuff. But I use it as a forage bag, so I can use it as I'm going along the way. I can pull it out. If I set up camp, I can put it around me, walk around looking for tinder, looking for mushrooms, looking for plants or whatever. I have this bag with me, and if I go fishing, I can throw the fish in here. It's got a hole in the bottom that can, and I'm gonna stick this in here. All right. Now see, I still have half of my bag is empty right here. So this is the summertime. Now, like I said, it's going to be filled up a little bit more with food, which is fine, but I still have plenty of room in there. Now, I have my poultry kit right here. It's going to go inside there. I'll find a spot in there for that, and then I'm going to have what you see right here, which is basically a tinder kit. It's got a lot of tinder in here that I picked up. It's like with the forage bag. I pick it up, I put this right here, and I let it dry at home. I'm going to stick this in there. And then I'm going to take my Tyvek ground sheet. I'm going to sit it on top on one side, and then I'm going to take my rain jacket and sit it on the other side. And it's going to give me just a little bit extra protection. And if I need it very quick, I can pull it out. Okay? And so there it is. The Tyvek actually will protect against a light downpour if you need to, but also what I like about it is it helps to keep that moisture from coming up when I sleep on the ground. So now I have here is my map kit, and here's my first aid kit, and then here I have a fire kit, and I have a notebook. The notebook and fire kit I don't necessarily need with me on the outside, quick to get to, unless it's like for emergency situations, but I can still get to it, and I'll pop it right here. And then I'm going to go ahead and close up my rucksack. All right. Now you see a typical Alice, you don't have a cover here. They do make them where they have these covers in them. I don't need that right here. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to close over this part right here, access within the hood here, and I'm going to slip in here my compass and map and my first aid kit, because these are the items that if I have an emergency, I may need quickly and be able to quickly get to. And they sit like that. Then at the end of it, I'm going to pop on my foam mattress, which is going to go right here. And there we go. All I need to do now is just tighten it down. Okay? Pretty simple thing to do. I had to modify this rucksack a bit because the metal system just didn't do it. Now it's much easier to tie it down. I can get this on this side. And if you know the Alice pack, you know how it works. It's actually a pretty simple system. Like I said, it's a top loader with some external pockets. I recommend it. I recommend this style of pack. Works the best. And then I've done some modifications to the end of it, so I can just pop it up through this top part right here. That's if it's long enough, and this is long enough. Pop it through, pull it through, and this right here is going to hold it in position. It's not going to slide out. I do the same to the other side right here. And there we go. One thing I need to do now is check my pockets. Make sure they're buttoned. Which they are now. This side right here also, button them up. If I need to tighten them, I can tighten them down, and there you go. My Alice pack, ready to go, packed up, and that's how I use it. I hope you enjoyed this video. Huh? I hope it was different. You got something out of it. This makes this pack a lot. It's still light. It's still under 15 pounds, I would say, or it's around 10 kilos. Maybe a little. It's less than 20 pounds, that's for sure. But that's because I got some heavy items in here for, like I said, if I build a fire, it kind of like that. But I can add to it if I need to. I can add some extra gear to it. I can also attach things to the outside if I need to it, like canteens or a shovel, which hopefully I don't need that. But that's it. That's my Alice pack, my large Alice set up for camping for an overnight, 2 or 3 days. I can add, like I said, I can add more food to it. I have the room in there for all that. And it's actually pretty comfortable. A lot more comfortable than I realized after all these years, but I really enjoy it. I like this pack. I love to have the same one, maybe in another color, a different material maybe, yeah, with maybe some MOLLE pouches, ability to put MOLLE on the sides. That would be pretty good also. But in reality, I like it the way it is. Anyway, if you enjoyed this video, I'd appreciate it. If you enjoyed any of my videos, I'd appreciate you subscribe to my channel. Give me a thumbs up, share with your friends and enemies, and leave a comment down below. I'd definitely like to know how you pack your rucksack, or if you got something out of this right here. I'd really appreciate hearing from you, and I hope you all have a good one. And again, I hope you all have a happy Mother's Day. Be kind to your moms. You know, some people don't have moms anymore. Some moms have passed on. But if you got a sister that's a mom, give her a message. Friends, ex-wives, anything, you know, let them know, aunts and this kind of stuff. All right, and just enjoy the time with your family. And I hope you all have a good one. And like I said, this video is going to come out in about a week from now, so it'll be a bit late for Saint Mother's Day, for Mother's Day, because they are saints, aren't they? And we love them. Anyway, you all take care of yourselves. I look forward to seeing you in the next video, and talk to you soon. Take care. Goodbye.